All right, hello everyone. Hello everyone. We're a couple minutes behind because life happens. Unruly Simeon is in the room. I think he was waiting for us for a while, which is awesome. Hello, Unruly Simeon. So yeah, we're just gonna update you on how this Kickstarter is going. Chad, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, it seems to be going quite well. We've now, well, in about a half hour from now, we come to our 72-hour marker. And it looks like so far we have 26 backers and have raised $924.
That is correct, yeah.
Which
Out
is,
of a $2,500 goal.
yeah, which is pretty wicked for the beginning. So a
I'm
little
actually
bit slower start than the last one, but I expect a great finish. So
yeah, 37% of our final goal after 72 hours. That's not too bad. And the other thing with the last one, too, is like what we did this time with the whole long weekend in the United States. Maybe, but yeah, people will notice now.
although the people in the United States seem to be our biggest supporters right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is great. So
yeah, it makes me wonder, like, if we had blitzed it a little bit more, like, and then had it a couple days later, maybe it would be even better. But yeah, just the fact that we got those American backers is pretty awesome.
For sure. And I've had people contact me today asking questions about some of the packages, what they thought would be the best packages to purchase and so on and so forth. And
oh, like they were asking your advice?
Yeah, and I said probably the best bang for your buck is the $30 package where you're getting some nice covers and different art.
See, I would have said get the sketch cover, get it CBCS. Also, you need one copy of every single cover. That's probably the best deal you could get.
Yeah,
sure. It's only like $280, but
yeah, for sure. Just keep on piling it up, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Make sure you're hungry for comics when you go, right? It's
yeah,
like going to the grocery store when you're hungry and you just start buying stuff and loading up the cart. It's the same kind of premise.
Unruly Simeon's asking, not streaming? ? I think we are streaming, aren't we?
I think so. I had my pop-up on YouTube.
Okay. Well, that would be something if he was in the StreamYard, but it wasn't actually streaming to YouTube. I'm going to find out about that. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we'll just put this up anyway, but it would be nice if anybody in the audience knew that we were coming to it. Yeah, it says we're live. Okay. Yeah, that we were like coming to a close on that 72 hours special because there's only 25 minutes left. And it's a pretty rockin' poster. Like I warmed up to it a lot. I already liked the Tales from the Crypt homages previously, but something about the color is actually hitting me for some reason. Those purples, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Wes, he does some pretty interesting work and very prolific illustrations. They definitely stand out from the crowd.
And I keep on seeing him all over Instagram too. It's like he's doing several covers every day. I don't know if that's correct, or maybe he's just posting them several a day and then he's taking a break. But it looks like it's almost every single day he's got at least one or two.
For sure, yeah. He's definitely never stops working, it seems. So
yeah, which is rad. But then again, neither do you.
Yeah, I work quite a bit.
Yeah,
so, yeah. I take breaks, moderate. Draw again.
Yeah, that's good.
I find a healthy balance.
I wish I could say the same. I don't know. I find it difficult to juggle the Chelsea Park, the retirement home thing, and the doing this. Like I still, yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Like where I'm at with this and that. But I mean, it is coming along.
For sure, and there's other things that are coming up down the pipeline here for promotion as well. So we'll keep everybody in the loop as to what's happening with that. Dr. Rocker or Dr. Rock, however you want to pronounce it.
I think it's like Rocka. Like there's a h on the end, Rocka. Because what is he, Swedish?
No, he is. I'm having a brain fart here. He is
Austrian. Austrian, okay, right.
So, but he said he's going to start promoting and just pumping it on Instagram. And also he has a YouTube video, which will be a follow-up to the artwork. And also in contrast with the Kickstarter campaign for Sasquatch Klondike sometime mid-month, which will be good because it'll bring some attention from his side as well, which will be great. So,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, and then another indie comic podcast coming up. So I just have to tie some loose ends on this one. And
Yeah, which one was that again, or are we talking about that live?
right now, we'll just kind of keep it at the DL, and
Okay.
then as it gets closer to the date, then we'll start pumping it. But it's pretty exciting to see their support and how they support indie creators, because getting the news out there and getting the word spread is sometimes it can be a challenging proposition in itself, right?
Yeah, if it seems like I'm distracted, it's because Unruly Simeon sent me an Instagram message saying like, this is all I'm seeing, and it was a black screen, and then I went in and that's all I could see. So clearly I don't know technology, but we're live now.
Okay, so dealing with a little bit of technical difficulties, but
Yeah,
he still got audio on that though?
yeah, I'm pretty sure we still got audio.
Okay.
But even if we don't, whatever, it'll be available later,
Yes.
so that people can at least be aware of what we're doing,
For sure.
regardless of being live or not.
Yeah, and I'm excited about this Kickstarter too, in regards to the interest by new people as well from the
Totally.
last Kickstarter.
Yeah, like how many new backers do we have that we haven't seen before?
There's quite a few. I would say probably 50 to 60% are new backers. So
Yeah, it's looking like that to me. I'm just reading down the list right now, and some of them are pretty big too, like the $60 backers and stuff.
yeah, they're getting into the packages where either they're going the virgin cover or they're doing some of the other stuff as well. So
yeah, that's rad. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I have to say about number 2 without ruining everything. Like there's some stuff near the end that I really wanted to show off in that trailer.
yeah, I've shown off little bits here and there,
Yeah.
but probably more so to our like little secret or a little circle of tardigradians.
That's
So,
right. Yeah.
And what I'd like to say basically about the illustrations in the second issue compared to the first is I've kind of found a little bit of a stride and starting to feel getting into the style of illustration as well. So the illustrations themselves are a lot more polished. There tends to be a little bit more dynamic as well. I'm still going with a style that may not be as mainstream as possible, but I think with some of the newer work that you're going to see, especially with some of the newer releases that are coming out with the superhero lines and stuff, you're going to see more of a I guess modern what's happening in the comic book industry kind of style per se.
Yeah. Do you mean like a divergence from like your typical comic book style? Like you see it all over the place. If you go to a comic book store, DC and Marvel, for instance, especially, and then a lot of what Image is doing too. Like most of it just kind of looks all the same, which I think is why I'm drawn to the whole Sasquatch Klondike thing, is because it's different. Like not just in how it's how the story is told, but like the whole thing, like the concept, but then also the art itself. It's a different thing. It's like indie rock versus mainstream.
For sure. And being an artist for a long time and spending a lot of time being a painter, and when I was younger I was a really strong painter, but now I feel that I've kind of transitioned out of being a strong painter and more to getting more stronger ground on drawing and just the basics, right?
Yeah, and as somebody from a third person perspective, I can say that that's definitely accurate. Like you can feel the difference between the first one and the second one. Like the first one was awesome, the second one is awesome, but they're awesome in different ways.
For sure. Yeah, and the second one was, I thought I was going to go traditional at first. I started with the first couple pages, and we promoted those through the first Kickstarter as well. And I kind of took them in a different direction and then went back to digital. And now I'm back to traditional. And
so are we going to talk about those new illustrations that you've got that you did in pencil that maybe we're not talking about yet, but maybe we are?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about the future projects as well.
Okay.
For anybody who's watching,
we got Richard Blythe in the house too. He just bought some stuff from Comics Altruism for a recent charity thing that we were doing. So Richard, welcome.
Yes, welcome, Richard. And with what's happening too with the next series, it's an origin story of a character that's based off of the biologicals called Neutron Star, and it's starting off with basically his origin, and we brought in some writers to write some of the origin stories, and currently still looking for different stage artists as well, pencilers, inkers, colorists, and we're kind of working at that right now. I'm basically the only artist working right now, aside from Bob, but they have their own kind of thing going on as well. So
yeah. Well, we may as well shout out everybody that's currently on the whole tardigrade thing. I'm not going to give last names just in case, I don't know how comfortable they are. We know that Daryl Sawatsky, the writer for Fatal Charades, and Bob Little, who also did a variant cover for us,
awesome.
Fatal Charades as well. And yes, awesome cover. We know that they're both comfortable with their last names, but we'll just say we've got Dan, Leah, and Caitlin. You're doing awesome work. Unfortunately, we've been kind of dead air because we've been really focusing on this. But if you're watching this in the replay, thank you for all the hard work and your patience.
For sure. They've definitely contributed some really wicked pieces of writing, and definitely helping me take that visualization and move it into, my spin and the things in the world that I see.
Yeah.
So,
we got Squatchy in the house too. Is the stream messed up for you too? Apparently it's messed up for some people and not messed up for others, because my wife was just saying that she wasn't having any problems. Sounds like Richard Blythe isn't either. I wonder if it's a geographical thing.
I wonder if it's all these storms that are rolling through the region right now.
That could be too. Apparently there was tornado-like stuff going on here. So the fact that the London
flying through the air with my video camera,
yeah, right. or you see a cow or whatever. Yeah. So Richard Blythe, he's here in London. My wife's obviously here in London because I'm here in London. So I don't know. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Southwestern Ontario is fine, but everywhere else is screwed.
Nice.
I don't know.
We definitely like to give Wes some props for the amazing work from his cover piece. He produced a cover piece at first, and then we realized that we weren't going to go color, but we're still utilizing that piece as the 72-hour promo giveaway poster. So the poster itself will actually be a folded poster that will be inserted into the comic. It won't be like a large format poster, just a small promo poster. So
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for me to show it off in the live stream, but I don't think that's a skill set I should be learning while we're actually live.
Yeah.
It would be awesome though if I could.
Whatever. So I actually have the actual page 1 illustration of the Neutron Star behind me.
Let's see it.
The actual pencil work. So I don't know. Let's get there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Get it in the right light. So
yep.
Done on the comic board, and
classic.
It's 11/17 size with its little cropping dimensions.
Alyssa's saying there were some radio towers down this morning in London. Could be that. Maybe. Yeah, anyway, that's rad. I could see turning in a bit of a profit at the next con if we happen to go to one this upcoming year, selling stuff like that.
For sure. This next book is going to be fully traditional.
Awesome.
And my plan is to move the pencils, scan the pencils in, convert it to blue line, and then have an artist ink it digitally, and then send it to a colorist, so it does go through the full process. Because it would be nice to have like a comic book that's gone through the full process, and then even with the letter and stuff, if it comes back to Johnny wants to letter it, it'd be great. So that's one thing that we're seeing better consistencies with overall is just we're refining our craft. And
Yeah, and that's a part of why lettering is taking a while, is because I'm being much more meticulous than I was, because I was learning how to letter while I was lettering with the first one.
Yeah.
And even the, so we can talk about this now that they're sending out emails and everything. There's an anthology coming out called Fletcher Cross, and it's by Foreign Press Comics, and they contacted us about doing a 10-page mini story for them. So we did that, but then so I was also still learning how to letter during that process, but I'm sure that everybody noticed, well, when I say everybody, I mean you basically noticed that there is some improvement from Sasquatch 1 to that, and then definitely to this. And so it's still a learning process, obviously, and I think it always will be.
For
but,
sure.
Yeah. Combining those two skill sets, kind of getting gradually better. It's looking more and more professional with everything that we do.
For sure. And eventually, it's going to be moving from independent to amateur to almost professional level, right? So,
Yeah.
And same with, it's just, it's a process. And we decided rather than, sit and wait and, twiddle our thumbs, and we just jumped right into it, went for it, had an idea, followed through, and whatever kind of product we put out at first was basically what you got. And same thing with the second one. And I think you're going to see that growth once the series is actually done. You can actually get like an anthology or whatever that we're going to put together in a book, and you'll see that growth from the beginning until the end. So,
which actually kind of plays into the character development that I have in mind that I'm not going to say anything about, but it kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh. Awesome. Anyway, and Biologicals is going to look awesome too. I don't know. Are we talking about like how many titles we're doing, or are we just talking about the one that you just started?
Well, even through my Facebook page and Instagram, people that have been following me have seen different characters, different releases, even some of the actual biological spread.
That's right. Yeah. Anybody who's not following, those are on LED 76, right?
Yeah, those are either on my personal Chad Leduc Facebook page or LED 76 Illustration Facebook page. They're both connected to one another. So
so anybody watching, go follow those.
Yeah, I post a lot on my personal Facebook page, just because it's what I'd rather post than, pictures of, family outings and kids.
Yeah, right.
Stuff, right. So
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes into the realm of personal, right? So
yeah,
art isn't so personal in retrospect, right? Especially if it's on a more of a business level. So
yeah, that's fair. That's also why it's kind of good that I have two different names, though. But actually, I don't post anything on the Johnny Cassidy Facebook page. I think I've got a whole bunch of followers who are probably Nigerian princes, and then I've got like a handful of maybe like 20-something actual people, some of whom I know personally and some of whom I don't. But yeah, either way, Johnny Watt is like a totally separate entity, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm also glad that you post your stuff to your personal thing, because I don't do so really with mine.
Yeah, because I really run by two different call names, right? So my personal name and also the illustrated name or illustrator name of LED 76. So
yeah, which, gotta forgive me for calling it LED 76 every time. I don't think I can retrain my brain, because I see capital LED and all I see is LED rather than LED,
Yeah, that's right.
Which, that's weird because I'm a Zeppelin fan, but whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, somebody was saying something about their 76 album. Is that what that stands for?
Right, that would make sense. Yeah, because that would have been Houses of the Holy, I think, which was an amazing album. But anyway, yeah.
I'm not a Zeppelin fan, but sorry.
That's cool. I think we don't really have much else to say, right? Like, we're 8 minutes to the 72-hour mark.
For sure.
Like,
I'll
we
just
know
stick
where
to my Ava Gold, right?
What's that?
I said I'll just stick to my Ava Gold.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there is one more thing. It doesn't really apply too much to anybody who's watching this, but we're taking a trip to Toronto now that we're out of lockdown this weekend, and we're going to do the whole circuit, my wife and I, of the all the Toronto comic stores, and we're going to take them and try to like hawk them the first issue as best we can with these advertisements that we've got in behind the bags and boards. So hopefully that'll make a little bit of a difference, because, you know, like, I'm not a nationalist by any means, but when I hear about a Canadian artist or writer or whatever doing their thing, I'm more inclined to back them up if I know that they're, you know, a ways from their goal, like we kind of are. We've still got, what did we say, like 60% left to go or something?
Yeah, we're there. I think the next couple days will be even narrowed down even more. So
yeah,
we'll have about 50% to go soon enough.
Yeah. So yeah, here's hoping that the Toronto circuit will help. And I also have, it turns out I've got a contact in the Windsor store. Windsor has a big comic book store that's apparently really good. So all I have to do is make my way down there. But yeah, traveling salesperson, we're going to see how that works out.
Maybe you'll
finally.
Finch.
What's that?
I said maybe you'll run into David Finch.
Oh, maybe, except that I don't even know what he looks like. I can recognize his art. So if I see him drawing something, I'll be like, "You're David Finch."
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Get away from me, weirdo. Anyway, yeah. So that's that. I think we basically covered everything that we wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. I'd just like to thank everybody so far that's supported us over the Kickstarter campaign. And we look forward to another successful campaign.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have some things in store over the next couple weeks, and it should get us past that finish line.
For sure. Oh, Alyssa says people in Toronto come out and find us at your comic book store. Somehow they're going to figure out where we are by magnetism or something. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Thank you, those of you in the chat, for stopping by. Sorry the stream was a little weird. And thanks, everybody in replay, for watching it.
Yes, thanks.
Cool. All right, good night.
Take it easy.